Good morning, brethren. So anyway, there's a lot of talk about this Romans chapter 11. So the whole idea about Israel, about Israel, is that it is not a bloodline. Okay, you need to understand that Israel and the Jews is not a bloodline, and I'm going to prove this to you. But anyway, we have a lot of these people saying, especially the Zionist, now here's Paul saying, I say then, hath God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. See, he's saying that he's a descendant of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. Therefore, saying like, hey, I belong to Israel, you see. God hath not cast away his people which he foreknew. Do you understand that whenever you make a religion and call it Christianity, it is not part of Israel? God hath not cast away his people which he foreknew. Wot ye not what the scripture saith of Elias, how he maketh intercession to God against Israel, saying, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars. You see, these people that you keep talking about, Israel, all right, blood really has not much to do with it. It would go through the line of Abraham. But I want to show you something. Let's go clear back here to the book of Genesis, right? If we go back to the book of Genesis and we see what the Lord was telling Abraham here, what does he say? Tried to mark out this page to make it easier to find. Let me see here. Notice this section right here. When he was first picking Abram, Jay just named Abraham, it said, and in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. You see? And then again, if we go back here to Genesis 18, we're looking at the time whenever Jehovah and the two angels came. Here, let me move this. And was telling him about Sarah. And he's like, should I tell Abraham, seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great nation, a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. See, all the nations of the earth. And then let's go a little bit further down, whenever Moses was coming out of Egypt with the nation of Israel. You see, all of them were not blood descendants. But he speaks of proselytes. Let me see here. First of all, he starts off here, and Jehovah said to Moses and Aaron, said, this is the law of the Passover. No stranger shall eat of it, and every slave or servant bought with money, him thou shalt circumcise, then he shall eat of it. A sojourner or a hireling shall not eat of it. What does this tell you? Anyone that belongs to you, they're members of Israel. Okay? In one house shall it be eaten, and ye shall not carry the flesh out from the house, and the bone of ye shall not break. Again, reflecting the fact that Yeshua, not a bone of his, was broken. And all the congregation of the children of Israel shall keep it. See, the congregation of the children of Israel. And if any proselyte, what's a proselyte? That's a convert, you see. And that's what we should all be, a convert to Israel. And if any proselyte shall come to you to keep the Passover to Jehovah, thou shalt circumcise every male of him. And then shall he approach to sacrifice it. And he shall be even as the original inhabitant of the land. You see, no uncircumcised person shall eat of it. Notice that. He shall be just like an Israelite. You see, when a proselyte converts, he becomes Israel. So, this, whenever we talk about to the Gentiles, where Paul is speaking about Israel being filled by the Gentiles. See, the Gentiles convert to Israel. And then they become Israel. You see, they all become Israelites. And then Israel is full. You see, Israel, it does not depend on blood. You see, it does not depend on blood. You know, this Israel nation was full of converts. You see, whenever Moses was taking them out of Israel, there was a lot more than just descendants of Abraham coming out with him. There were a lot of Egyptians, but the Egyptians converted as proselytes to Israel. Therefore, they become Israel. How about Tamar? You know, the one that disguised herself as a harlot and had relations with Judah, by which Yeshua the Messiah came. How about Ruth and Obed? You know, Tamar was considered a part of Israel. So when you talk about conversion or proselytizing, you must convert to be an Israel Jew, not to any other faith. Anyway, I hope this clears up a lot of people. I had some questions from people about that. You know, how can you say you're a Jew? Well, now you know. All right. Much love. Shalom, shalom.